All right, sweetie. What would you say are your top three requirements for our new home?
Um, One would be a updated electrical infrastructure in the house,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. With the hobby equipment that both of us have, with the power that they draw, I mean, we don't want breakers popping all over the place and
Yeah,
stuff
true.
turning off. I mean,
True.
so we can't have that.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Dedicated hobby space.
Mm.
So when I'm painting or cutting stuff or breaking in an engine or something like that for my RC hobby, that it would be a little bit outside the house so that
Mm-hmm.
we could, it wouldn't disturb the family or anything like that.
Mm. Thank
And
you.
and let's see, third probably walking distance to some convenience stores, access,
Okay.
and then being close enough to, since we do have our vehicle, to drive to the grocery store, not too far away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about you? What do you?
I would like to have a dedicated hobby space too,
Okay.
um, because we did come here with the full-fledged desire and wish that we would be able to enjoy our hobbies
Yeah.
and whatnot. So I would. That's one of the main reasons we kept my embroidery machine, my cutter, my heat press, my hat press, all of the things that I use to embellish and decorate um, clothes. And I would like to keep that and do that. So I would like to have a dedicated hobby space.
Sure.
Um, Next up behind that would probably be a guest space for the family.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we are aspiring empty nesters,
Yeah.
but every now and then I would like the kids to be able to come back from college and maybe for us to be together at Christmas time, or
Yeah, sure.
for family to come and visit, and I'd like for them to have or at least the space be able to accommodate some room for family to come visit.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then my last thing would probably be a rooftop garden.
Yeah. You've always wanted one of
A
those.
little sexy rooftop garden situation, so that we could have a fantastic view. That would be just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So
That sounds good. Sounds good.
So if we can look for those, uh, find the house with all those things, then
Yeah.
write it up.
Yeah. Search begins.
All right, so let's go get something to eat.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back after visiting that last home. Impressions?
The last one. So the newer side, which is the casita, which is actually attached to the home, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Very nice.
Two
Promising.
bedrooms. Yes, bedrooms.
Very promising.
Kitchen downstairs, nice living area.
Sorry about that, guys.
The upstairs would definitely do well for our hobby stuff and everything. And actually a nice guest area too.
Yeah. The kitchen downstairs was new. Looked like they had just put that in, done some renovation. But the other side
is older. She's 20 years old. One of the issues was it's not even the age, but the things left in the house, personal items.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stuff.
And she's talking about we could get them down to 30.
Well, and let's be clear.
30,000 pesos a month? Wow.
Our agent actually said she doesn't like to show houses like that. Why would they do this? She said this is not nice.
Yeah.
So one of the things that showed up in the house was a large creature that we saw in Cancun. It was a cockroach.
One of them Jurassic Park junks, y'all.
Yes.
I mean,
so, and once they're in the house, it's hard to get rid of them. It's like nice, so it's difficult.
So that kind of sealed the deal for me on that house.
Yeah. But it wasn't nice that someone had carry out in the house, had been in the house, eaten in the house, and then left the food containers in the house.
I don't know how long that had been sitting there.
Yeah. Even she was, our agent was grossed out by it. She thought it was not a nice thing. There was one room, there was so much clutter in it. It's like they threw stuff into the office area.
There was a lot of, and listen.
Yeah.
We just moved out of our home, and we hadn't even been in that house for that long. But I get it. When you're trying to get rid of stuff, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
However, you probably wouldn't want to show that house at that point in that stage because it wasn't showing.
And especially if you're wanting to rent the house, and you've got it on the market to rent, you should clean it up. Just take the stuff out. Even if the house you don't have the money to renovate or just clean it up. But
it's the cucarachas for me.
Yes. It was a big one.
That's a negative.
Probably about 1.5 inches long.
Now I can see as we're sitting here, there are lizards and stuff running up and down the sides of the walls of some of the houses. Okay, we're in Mexico. We're going to have to deal with lizards. All right. As long as they stay outside and I'm inside, we got no beef.
Right.
But the minute the lizard wants to come inside, we're going to have problems.
Nice big yard, nice, as they call it, a garden here. Nice space, covered parking.
The outside terrace areas were nice.
Yes.
It was very nice. I could see if you got that yard together, and Lamar is a genius in terms of getting yards together. Lamar would have worked wonders with that yard, and it would have been, those terrace areas would have been amazing.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But the inside of the house. Oh, and the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
The kitchen.
Yikes.
The kitchen.
Yikes.
The kitchen.
The kitchen.
No. That's the whole gut job on that kitchen.
Oh yeah, the whole older part of the house needed major renovation inside.
Major.
If I owned the house, that whole house and had the money,
the
house
kitchen would be gutted. That
gutted.
whole old side would be kind of.
We would have to camp out in the.
Oh, there's Allie. Oh. All right, guys, hold on.